Hey y'all, how are you doing? I'm excited to announce that today I'm having a collaboration with Cricut. Don't go anywhere, just stick around. And to everyone that has it still in the box or sitting on the shelf and hasn't done anything with it, today is the day. So just stay with me, we'll have some fun, maybe some laughs and giggles, and we'll learn how to use that Cricut, y'all. Just don't be afraid of it, it's so easy. So, I got one thing left to say. Let's get on with the video. Okay, y'all, right here, I'm going to jump right into it. So, I'm on Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to go to Canvas. And once I get there, over to the left-hand side, you see you have templates and projects and shapes and images and text and just so many options to choose from to create with. I'm going to click on images. And when I do, I'm going to go to the little search bar here and I'm going to type in the word fall. F-A-L-L. Now, these are the options it gives y'all for just typing in that word. Look at all that. I'm sorry, y'all. I use the old desktop. I'm old school and that's how I roll. So, I'm going to click on this one. And when I do, I'm going to, right there, see, send to canvas. Click on that green button. Now, I'm not actually going to use this word. I already found something that I wanted to use, and it is this. Okay, once I have it on there, I've already measured my project, and I need 6 by 13, and I put it in there, and I lock it, and then I'm going to click on Make It. And once you do, there it is. You check it out, make sure everything is copacetic, good to go. And then over the left-hand side, because I'm using smart vinyl, I'm going to cut without mat. Okay, and you make sure you check that if you, use regular vinyl, switch it out or whatever. So, now we're going to go over here to the right-hand side, down at the bottom, and we're going to hit continue. So, I'm going to load my vinyl in the machine, and you see that little flashing button? You click on that, and it loads the vinyl. And it will also check to make sure you have enough vinyl to cut your image. And then, after it does all that fancy stuff, you see that little arrow that's flashing? That's a go button to me. And you press that, and it's going to cut your image out for you. Yeah, watch it go. And when it's done, right here, it's that button again that you loaded with. It's flashing, so it's obvious. And you click it to unload your vinyl. So you have your project right there. And we're going to click it, and there we go. All right, here's our image. I know you can't see it, but you saw what, yeah. But anyway, with my Cricut, I have the Cricut Maker 3, and you have these little cubbies where you can store things. I like keeping extra markers and stuff down there. I'm just letting you know a little bit about Cricut, what it is. And obviously, you know, it's a smart cutting machine, and you have little cubbies there to store things. I like to keep scissors and tweezers and stuff there. So, because I have that one side that's going to be blank, y'all, I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to save that for another project. Because no sense in wasting vinyl. And then I'm going to take my little Cricut pick here that I have, and we're going to pour our vinyl back. Now, we're going to want to leave all the wording on there, because we're going to place that image, that item, onto our little project we have going on. And I'll show you something else I like to do. Y'all might think, oh my goodness, she's nuts. But I ball up that vinyl because it is so sticky. And I just use it. And when I pick like the little, when I weed it, it's called weeding, I'm sorry. And I pick all the little centers on my layers and stuff like that. I just stick it to that. And you can go pretty quick and just have that out of the way. And when you're done, throw that ball of vinyl away. No big deal. Yes, ma'am, sir. Anyway, so sorry about all that. And then I'm going to take my transfer tape. And again, I measure it out. I'm very frugal because I'm running out. To make sure it fits my project. Anyway, you don't want to put a piece that's way too big on it because it's just going to stick to everything and make an absolute mess. So when I remove my transfer tape, I'm going to lay it down here. And I like to bend it in the middle to make sure I'm getting the size right on the top and bottom. And once I get it on there, I rub it down, and then I'm going to take my scraper, and I'm going to burnish it real good, because you're going to want your vinyl to stick to your transfer tape. Okay, y'all. This little picture, I got it at Kroger year before last after fall for like $1. And I'm going to paint it with that Nantucket blue and that moss green. And here's where I'm measuring out how big it is. And that's the 6 by 13 that I'm going to cut out. And you make sure you measure your project so you don't get it too big or too small. And then, you put the exact amount on the in Cricut Design Space, and you have it right there, exactly what you need. And I also like to turn it upside down when I'm pulling the tape off of that piece of that. I don't know what it's called, but that's what it is. Anyway, and there, I'm just going to line it up where I want it to go, and I'm going to push it down. Of course, I rub it down real good, and then I'm going to take my scraper, and we're going to burnish it again, and we're going to make sure that we get that vinyl, all that vinyl sticking to our project. And when we're done, just pull up that transfer tape, and y'all, isn't that gorgeous? That is absolutely beautiful. It looks like something that comes from Hobby Lobby to me. And then we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to take the jute that came with it. I tied knots in it, stapled above the knots, flip it back over again, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to cut off the excess there. I want to leave it like that, and then I'm like, I've got to add these flowers. They're just too pretty. I got them from the Dollar Tree. Those I got last year, and that little pick on the other side I got this year. But I'm just going to borrow some leaves from that one, and we're going to hot glue them down here. And then, yeah. Oh, I'm going to take one of the little green leaves and put it down there. I just think this looks, and I don't say this a lot, y'all, but I think this looks high-end. I truly do. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And the things you can do with your machine and the images that you can find on there will sometimes blow your mind. It's not what you would ever expect. And I've seen signs like that at Hobby Lobby, and I just made mine for, I don't know, $4, counting the pick, with pieces of it. So, there you go, you guys. It's, and here it is. And I hope you all like it as much as I do. I had to add that little pick to it, you guys, because it says pumpkins and leaves and all that jazz for fall. And I just thought that it fit. And then it's just blue. And it's blue. And it's pretty. So, I just wanted to pop in here and tell you that Cricut is an amazing machine. It really is. It cuts so many materials. You can cut vinyl, you can cut balsa wood, cardstock, felt, felt, many different things. You can make cords, shirts, just it's so versatile, and it's so easy to use, and you can learn to do it yourself. Listen, if I could teach my 69-year-old mother how to use it, I can teach y'all how to use it, because she can't even use her cell phone. Like, it's a smart cutting machine, and it just does so many things. And then you have Cricut Design Space, and it comes with it, and it gives you the options for hundreds of fonts. I mean, tons of fonts. I mean, thousands of images. It's just insane what's there and the options you have. And please don't dismiss me. Just check it out. I promise you'll have fun. I do, okay. I do. Right here, y'all. I got those 4 pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. And I got those last year. And I got that shelf sitter from the Dollar Tree this year. And I don't know if they have those pumpkins anymore. And we're going to take, and I removed the front of my pumpkins, but y'all, that is not necessary. I just was having problems with that hot glue where I tore the bow off. And with that shelf sitter, I'm going to take alien tacky glue, and I glued 2 tumbling tower blocks there, but I ended up having, sorry about my big bucket head, 2 more right there side by side at the top, and I put 4 across the bottom. So I just didn't show that, y'all. And right here, we're going back to our Cricut Access, and I'm going to type in the word fall. I searched the word fall last time, but this time I'm doing it in text form. And I'm going to go up here and search for the font that I want. I'm Poet and Did Nut. And I like that one, but that's not what I was looking for. And so, and that one cute, but I accidentally deleted the one that I actually used, but anyway, y'all will see. And y'all can use any font you want. And so I'm going to take that Tim Holtz Distressing Ink, and I'm going to distress my pumpkins. I painted one in vintage mustard, one in Nantucket blue, one in moss green, and the other in pumpkin. So that's the colors on my pumpkins I painted there, you guys. And I'm going to take Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm going to glue the little fronts with a little bit of hot glue back onto my pumpkins. Yeah, and in case y'all did not know how to glue, we're going to do it again just to make sure y'all know for the next time. And I painted my shelf setter in sandstone. Love that color, y'all. And so on the Cricut, other than just the word fall, I did like fall is my favorite color. And I did color and fall and is my favorite in 3 different fonts. Yes. So we're going to just put it across the bottom there and rub it down real good, burnish it, and then remove our transfer tape. Now that's the transfer tape I used on the last sign, so you can reuse it. And that's very, very handy. And here, I'm just going to line up my little pumpkins. Y'all, I love this. I love everything in this video today. And I'm going to put my little FALL on there. And I made them all the same size, and I'm just putting them there to try to make them even all the way across. And I just thought that was just too cute. Yes, it did. And so now, I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Oh, I'm going to line them up on my little shelf setter. And this is how I want them. So we're going to start gluing them on. Well, okay. Excuse me. I took the Aleene's tacky glue and the hot glue again, and I'm going to start gluing my pumpkins across through there. See why I had to add another tumbling tower block? Because I just didn't have enough space. But I did paint it. And if I were y'all, I would just use hot glue. Yep. And right here, I'm just tacking my 2 pumpkins together because I want to make sure that it was very sturdy. And we're just going to glue them all the way across like that. And I take some of that red and green and regular color raffia that I got from the Dollar Tree last year, and I tied a knot in it, and I'm going to glue a piece all the way across to on my little pumpkins there, and of course trim its hair down because that was way too crazy. And so then I'm going to make 4 little triple finger bows with some jute twine, and I'm going to glue them on front of the raffia. And I did say 4, didn't I? Yes. And yeah, hot glue them on there. And here it is, y'all. And oh my gosh. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. And I hope y'all like it too. Yes, I think I just don't know, y'all. I just think it's very, very pretty. And I just think it looks like it's something that come from Hobby Lobby too. I don't think anybody would even know that it was homemade, that somebody made it. They would think that you bought it because it just looks so. Okay, right here. I got one of those. I got that this year. Little mason jars from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to disassemble it there. And the top of those now, y'all, are cardboard. Those aren't the MDF anymore. And so, yeah, a little bit more flimsy. And y'all know I'm going to remove the paper from it. If you've been with me a minute, you know this. And right here across it, I'm going to mark 2-inch spaces. Now, there was 2 inches there, but just that little gap. And I'm like, I'm not fooling with that little tiny piece because I know I would have cut myself. And I'm going to take my ruler and make lines down my mason jar. Now, you guys know this. If you've been with me a while, I love doing this. And I take my knife there and I run it down that line 2 times. I think that's it. That's all you need. You don't want to cut through your MDF because it's really thin. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm going to like separate it a bit to make it a bit wider. And then, y'all, I got that from the Dollar Tree. I got 2 of them. And that's the one with the bigger ball. And you just run it up and down through there and up and down through. And it rounds it out so it's not so rough. And it looks more natural. But be careful. You can start a fire if you go fast enough. And I painted it in that sandstone. And I love that color. But that little thing I got from Walmart for $1. And then that's one of those pieces of those planks from the Dollar Tree where you get the 6 in a pack. And I just laid it down there and marked it off. Y'all saw how I done that? And then I'm just going to cut, yeah, score it until I cut it off there. And then I'm going to sand it down real good. I sand everything down real good. And then that fabric there, I've had that since 1827, y'all. I'm going to cut me a little piece off. And I'm going to take and, well, set it aside. And I'm going to take my 1/2 inch stencil brush there. Love those things. And I'm going to distress my entire mason jar all the way around. And I'm going to also do the little pieces that I cut and the round thing that I cut. But, of course, run it up those cracks there. I think that just looks so good, y'all. I mean, it looks like that board came that way. Y'all's like, she is bragging too much today. Sorry, y'all. Stop. I normally don't. Y'all know this. But anyway. And I'm going to take that beacon glue. Y'all, that stuff's crazy. Y'all know how I feel about that. And some hot glue. And I'm going to glue my little pieces on there like a puzzle. I think this looks so cute. I just really, really do. Yeah. And then with hot glue, that hot glue sat there. It was so hot it turned yellow. Anyway, yeah. So there y'all see. And, well, I want to make sure, I guess, you saw more. So, in here, with my little Cricut paper cutter, this is Cricut stencil vinyl. And that's the end of it, y'all. I just ran out except that little bit. And here, I'm going to do, look, I'm going to use it as a stencil, of course. And that little apple, look at the little details. Oh, my goodness. I want to show y'all up close that I'm trying to not pull up. I'm being very, very careful with. But look at that. Oh, my gosh, y'all. Seriously. I love it. And then, of course, with stencil, when you're creating a stencil, you want to pull out the parts that you would normally lay down. So normally we would have kept all the vinyl on the apple and the words. But now we're just going to pull them up out of there because, you know, that's going to create our stencil. And then with the transfer tape, same thing. Measure it out. Make sure you have this right amount you need. Because, and you're going to want to cover the entire thing. Yes. Well, maybe. Well, maybe. Anyway, so sorry, y'all. Oh, no. And then I'm going to take my scraper and burnish it down real well. You're going to want to keep all that because you ain't going to want to get paint everywhere. You just want to get paint where you want it in your little apple and your letters. So, I know, right? Okay. After all that struggle, and it wasn't even a struggle, I'm just, I'm going to lay it down in my little circle there, and it says, now I created this, and it's in my my project, so if any of y'all are following me on Cricut, you can go in there and get that and cut it, or if you're not following me, you can go in there and get that and cut it. Anyway, I'm going to take that deep burgundy, and that's a pretty color, Americana. You guys, I've had it forever, too. And I'm going to do the big apple and the word apple. And then I'm going to take that antique green. That's from Home Decor. It's chalk paint. And I do the little apple and the word cider. And I like to pull my vinyl up when it's wet because I don't want it to wait for it to dry and then me pull it and pull up my paint. But look at that, you guys. Oh, my gosh. I was like blown away. It just came out so good. I know, right? Toot, toot. Yeah, tooting my own horn. Anyway, look at that. Oh, I hope y'all love it too. But then I take that fabric that I cut earlier and I cut it down. And we're going to cover our little lid where it was burlap. We're now going to have that. And I just cut off the corners there so there's not a lot of bulk when I fold it in and deleted it for some reason by accident, which y'all don't really care, and left this in instead. And I hot glued those sides down so I can hot glue my new little lid to my mason jar, y'all. I thought there's so many things I could have done with this. I even painted little apples and denting, but I got some jute and again tied knots in it and thought that one was too long. So, and I'm going to staple right above the knot so it can't slide up out of there. Yes, I am. And we're going to cut off the excess And y'all, this, oh my gosh. I just love it. I can't, I love every one of them. Look at that. Oh no. Oh, look at it. Oh. Oh goodness. I love y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And yeah, if y'all are considering buying a Cricut, I'm telling you, it's self-explanatory. It walks you and talks you through, well, it doesn't talk you through, but it walks you through every bit of it. It tells you what buttons to push, and now it's got the heat guide on it, and there's a Cricut Learn you can go to. I mean, it's just, yeah, so that to me is my Cricut. So what is Cricut? That is Cricut. But y'all have a blessed week, and I hope that everything is going good for y'all. And y'all mean the world to me. And I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.